If I woke up tomorrow, looked in the mirror and was 70 pounds heavier again, these are the exact steps I would take to lose all of my fat ASAP. Let's say I was set a challenge and I had to get as lean as possible, as fast as possible, and I had all the knowledge and the experience that I have now. This is exactly what I would do. So if you copy this step by step, you will see the results you want. So let's get straight into it. Now, the first thing I would do is set a clear target, because if you don't know where you're going, it's very easy to drift. So firstly, I would decide exactly what look I'm actually going for. 18% body fat, 15%, 12%, and then from there I would work out how much fat I actually have to lose. This is so important because so many guys don't even know how much fat they want to lose. They just say, I want to lose fat, which is fine. But it's so much easier once you set a clear, definite goal. Once I have my goal, I would set myself a realistic fat loss rate of around 1% of my body weight per week. This is very aggressive, but it's doable. And remember, this is exactly what I would do if I wanted to lose all my fat as soon as possible. Once I had both the total amount I wanted to lose and the total amount I'm aiming to lose each week, I would set myself a hard deadline, and I would do this by taking the total amount I wanted to lose, let's say it was 50 pounds, and divide that number by 1% of my body weight. Let's say that's 250 pounds, so it'd be 50 divided by 2.5, which would equate to 20 weeks. So then I would have exactly how much I want to lose and exactly when I want to lose it by, which would give me a clear path to success. From here, I would make sure I'm tracking my weight properly. So I would weigh myself every single morning and then take an average at the end of each week. I would also take progress pictures from the front, side and back every single week in the same lighting, in the same spot. Tracking is the difference between the guys who succeed and the guys who stay stuck, because when you track properly, you have the cold hard data you need to make necessary adjustments, and you're no longer guessing. And you know what else is the difference between the guys who succeed and the guys who stay stuck? Whether or not you're on my goddamn email list. So you know what you should do right now? Click the second link in the description of this video and sign up for my free fat loss Kickstarter blueprint, which has, amongst other things, a workout plan that I still use to this day, and macro-friendly recipes like these baked oats and these protein low-calorie cookies. So make sure you go and grab that straight after this video. Again, it's free. Next up, let's talk diet, and this is incredibly important. There is a common misconception that fat loss comes down to eating clean, but what it actually comes down to is precision. So here is exactly how I would set my calories up. I would times my body weight in pounds, and let's use the same example of 250 pounds by 10, which would come out to 2,500. If you are in kilos, then times your body weight by 22. This is very aggressive, but remember, the whole point of this is to lose my fat as soon as possible. And if need be, you can always adjust your calories up or down later down the line. Once you have your calorie number, you need to figure out what you're actually going to eat. And your main focus, in fact, your only focus should be protein. You want to be eating 1 gram of protein per pound of your desired body weight each day, or 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of your desired body weight per day. It depends on which metric you prefer to use. This is vital because protein keeps you full when you're in such a large deficit, which is a lifesaver. But more important than that, having enough protein is a difference between losing fat or losing both fat and muscle. And of course, you want it to be the former, where you're only losing body fat. From there, I would follow the 80-20 rule, where 80% of my daily calorie intake is coming from single ingredient whole foods like beef, eggs, fish, chicken, fruit, and vegetables, and 20% of my daily calorie intake is coming from literally whatever I feel like. This also means no more cheat days or any of that crap, no all or nothing mindset, just flexible, sustainable dieting. When I first tried to lose fat, I tried all the superhuman diets, the keto, the carnivore, the paleo, and yes, I lost some fat, but it wasn't sustainable for me. And through coaching, I found that that's not sustainable for 99% of guys out there. So I wouldn't make the same mistake in trying to follow fad diets again. Also, you must use a calorie tracking app like MyFitnessPal, especially when you're first starting out, because that's the only way you're ever going to know how many calories you're actually consuming each day. But for someone who doesn't want to scan labels every time they eat, something else you can do is select a few meals that you're going to eat every single day. Log those in MyFitnessPal, then whenever you eat them, simply weigh them out, click one button on MyFitnessPal, and it automatically logs. Personally, I don't like that option because I prefer variation in my diet, but if you're someone who doesn't want to track, that's an option for you. And look, when it comes to building those meals, you don't need to be eating chicken, rice, and broccoli like some 90s bodybuilder. Luckily, you have me to give you recipes like protein cookies, baked oats, and buffalo chicken pockets so you can actually enjoy what you eat. The key to sustainable dieting is eating meals that are high in protein, low in calorie, but you also enjoy so that it doesn't feel like you're doing some extreme diet. You also have the hunger killers. Firstly, black coffee or any 0-calorie caffeinated beverage. Just make sure you cut yourself off 8 hours before you go to sleep. 0-calorie soft drinks and sparkling water, which fill up space in your stomach and also can kill those sweet cravings. And the most important one, high volume foods like low-fat Greek yogurt, berries, and salted popcorn. So if you're absolutely starving at 7 p.m. and you have 300 calories or so left, you can have a big bowl of low-fat Greek yogurt with some berries and a Coke Zero on the side, and I can guarantee you that will satisfy you. And here's an example of exactly what my day-to-day diet would look like. For breakfast, a black coffee and some overnight oats. For lunch, I would have an air fryer wrap, like this barbecue chicken pizza wrap you can see on the screen now. Then for a snack, I'd have some salted popcorn and a Coke Zero. Dinner would be a lean cheeseburger, and for dessert, I'd have a protein Greek yogurt bowl. As you can see, I wouldn't be eating bland, boring food. I'd be eating high volume, high protein, low calorie foods and meals that I love. Now on to training, which will determine whether you end up looking like this or looking like that. I would set my workouts up with one specific goal: maintain my muscle mass whilst I'm in an aggressive deficit. And this is exactly what that would look like. I would train 4 times a week and go over simple upper lower split. Each session, I would build my workouts around 2 to 3 heavy compound lifts and 3 to 4 accessory movements. So an upper day, for example, might look like this: pull-ups, barbell rows, barbell overhead press, incline dumbbell press, dips, dumbbell bicep curls, and straight bar tricep extensions. I would hit 3 sets of each of those and aim to do as much weight as I could for each between the 8 to 12 rep range, and each session I would push myself to do just that little bit more. You don't need to kill yourself in the gym to make progress, but you have to make sure you're getting stronger over time, because at the end of the day, your muscles need a reason to grow. So if you're going to the gym and giving the same weak ass effort every single session, of course you're not going to grow. The training part of this protocol is honestly the simplest part, and if you follow what I've just laid out for you, you will make progress. Now when it comes to cardio, this is where most guys go completely wrong. Listen, spending hours doing sprints or spin classes is a waste of your time and it's killing your progress. All it's doing is spiking your cravings and making it harder for you to recover. What you need to do is simple daily movement, and here is exactly what I would do. I would absolutely commit myself to 10 to 12,000 steps per day, every day, no matter what. If I worked a desk job, I would walk part of my commute, walk during my lunch break, and take any opportunity I had to get those extra steps in. The goal is simple: just keep your body moving consistently throughout the day. And once I had that locked in, I would do 3 30-minute incline treadmill sessions per week, which would supercharge my progress. That is literally all the cardio you need to do for optimal fat loss. Your diet does the heavy lifting here. The cardio is just a bonus. And because we're running such an aggressive deficit here, too much cardio is just going to burn you out. So this way is much more sustainable. Right, now is the part that 9 out of 10 guys overlook, and it's rest and recovery. You can have the perfect plan and follow everything that I've just laid out for you, but if you're not resting and recovering properly, you will make near to no progress. There are so many techniques flying around on social media right now about how to recover and how to optimally rest, but the one and only most important one is sleep. You have to ensure you are getting a minimum of 7 hours of sleep every single night, and you have to aim for 8 hours. It's so important. When you are sleep deprived, it affects your hormones massively, which makes your cravings and hunger go through the roof, and your motivation, willpower, and energy goes out the window. So make sure you're getting enough sleep in. It's so important. Do not sacrifice it for anything. I'd rather miss a workout, not get my steps in, and eat too many calories than not get enough sleep. Something else I want to quickly touch on is make sure you're drinking enough water. So many guys, in fact most guys, are out here chronically dehydrated and they wonder why they have no energy and feel weak in the gym. It's a cliche, but the majority of your body is made up of water, so give your body the fuel that it needs to run on full capacity. Water to us is like what petrol is to a car. If you don't give it enough, it's not going to run properly. I also want to touch on stress. Look, in today's world, it's unfortunately impossible to avoid, but you have to learn to manage it. And the way I like to do that is go for a walk without my phone in nature. I live in a big city, but there are parks in every big city. Even if it's just for 20 minutes, go and take a breath and relax from time to time. Too much stress is going to spike your cortisol and make it feel impossible to lose fat, especially belly fat. So do yourself a favor and don't let yourself get too stressed. The next thing I would do is set up my environment for success. Back when I was first trying to lose fat, I would say to myself, no, I have loads of willpower. I know what I want, so I'm not going to let distractions in my environment affect me. But before I knew it, 9 p.m. would roll around, my cravings would kick in, I'd be in the freezer reaching for that Ben & Jerry's. So trust me, no matter how disciplined you think you are, if your environment is not set up in the right way, you will fail. So here's exactly how I'd set mine up. Firstly, I would only do one food shop a week, and I would only buy what I've planned to eat. If the food isn't in your house, then guess what? You can't eat it. But so many people don't understand that and overlook it. Most people fail their diet in the supermarket, not in the kitchen. Remember though, 20% of your calories can come from whatever you like. So I'm not saying don't buy things you enjoy. Just be mindful and make sure you plan what you're going to eat. I would also schedule everything in my calendar on a Sunday. My gym sessions, my daily walks, even the time I'm going to bed. Trust me, this is a game changer. And it takes literally 10 minutes. When your fridge, your routine, your habits, and your calendar all falls into place, that's when you no longer have to rely on motivation. And suddenly, fat loss becomes easy. Now let's talk about your social life, because you don't need to lock yourself in your house for 6 months in order to lose fat. You just need to plan ahead. And here is exactly how I would do that. Let's say I was planning to go out for a meal on a Friday night. I would simply make sure I save 40 to 50% of my calories for that meal. And if I knew I was going to eat too many calories, I would do extra cardio the day before or the day after to offset that difference. When ordering, I would always follow the protein first rule, which means your priority is always a lean protein source, so steak, chicken, or fish. And then I would make simple swaps like fries for potatoes and vegetables. I would also choose either a starter or a dessert, not both. And if I wanted to have a drink, I wouldn't be necking 5 or 6 pints. I'd have a couple and cap it out at that. And look, if you go out for dinner, drinks, or both, expect that the scale is going to go up a little bit the next day. It's not fat. I promise you cannot physically or biologically gain fat overnight. It's simply water weight. The guys who stay lean year round are not perfect. They are strategic. They know when to enjoy themselves and they know when to pull back. The goal here is to simply learn balance. And once you learn that balance, you can stay lean and enjoy your life for the rest of your life. All right, on to supplements. And let's be real here. This is where so many guys waste thousands of pounds or dollars looking for a magic fix. But listen, supplements are what they say they are. They are supplements. They supplement you. They do not solve all your problems. I would only use, and I only use now, the following 3. Firstly, creatine, 5 grams a day every day. No cycling on and off, that's not needed. It is the most researched supplement in the world and it's completely safe. It makes you stronger, improves your performance and increases muscle mass with literally 0 downsides. Secondly, vitamin D3, especially if you live in a country where the sun barely shows itself like me in the UK. It helps with energy, immune function, mood, testosterone production and more. And finally, my favorite supplement of all, caffeine. And yes, caffeine is a supplement and it's the best in the world for energy, focus and appetite suppression. Just make sure you're not drinking caffeine to a point where it's affecting your sleep, because again, as I said earlier in this video, sleep is the most important thing. And that's it. None of those bollocks detox teas or magic fat burners, just simple proven supplements that move the needle. Now comes the part which determines whether you lose a bit of fat or you reach your goal, and it's making adjustments based on the data you've been collecting. So every 7 days I would do a check-in. I would take my average weight and compare it to the average of last week, and if I had lost less than 1% of my body weight for 2 weeks in a row, I would do one of 2 things. I would either drop my calorie intake by 150 calories or do an extra 2,000 steps per day. The key here is not to focus on the daily fluctuations. Your weight can fluctuate day to day for 1,000 different reasons. Zoom out, focus on a weekly, a monthly, and a macro level, and you're literally fine. Just make the adjustments when necessary, and you will reach your goal. The piece that ties this all together, though, is mindset. I made the mistake of trying to be perfect so many times in my past. So the second I made one mistake or slipped up once, I would throw everything away because I deemed myself a failure. So this time I would go at it with a completely different headspace. All I would focus on is being consistent at everything I've laid out in this video, and then results are practically guaranteed. Listen, do not implode if you eat too many calories on one day, miss your step count or miss a workout. That's not going to affect your progress, but quitting will. You have to shift your identity to someone who stays in the game for long enough to see the desired result. So start acting like that guy today and the results will follow. Also accept that you're going to have bad days and that some days you're just not going to want to do it and it's going to be hard. Nothing ever good in this life comes easy. So just stay consistent And before you know it, your body and your life will change forever. And if you want my help in making that change, click the first link in the description of this video, book a call with me, and we'll have a quick chat and see if you're the right fit for my coaching. Other than that, I hope this video helped. Leave it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.